For the better part of a year now, my self-confidence has been pretty much a non-issue. I've improved so much mentally and like the shit I can tolerate and how I think about myself on a daily basis. Even with that, however, the acne situation was getting out of control. You can still see scarring, unlucky, scarring, unlucky. Wait, you may not be able to. Okay, there we are. Whoopam. Really bad. Before it was also a tiny bit bad, but it used to be way worse. I've tried everything except Accutane because Accutane makes you want to kill yourself, apparently. Makes you hallucinate, do a bunch of things that aren't good. It's a nice thing to say in the first minute of the video to get monetized. But basically, I tried every antibiotic, skincare product, whatever. And I kind of like knew looming in the back of my head, okay, this isn't really what's going to work. I kind of knew the diet was the issue all along, but I never went through with that and I never made the proper changes to that because it's hard, because it's more difficult than taking an ointment and doing this. So I'm gonna tell you exactly what caused my acne. It was sugar and processed carbs. As you can tell by there's still some remnants, you can see the level of I still have some of these foods. I will get into that a little bit later. But I'm super happy to say now that if I cut them out for just a few days, this will all go down drastically. The scarring will still remain, unfortunately, for a bit of time. But other than that, it should be okay. And now I'm doing way better. Doing way better knowing that I can control this. So, sugar and processed carbs. By processed carbs, I mean like low quality breads and pastas, right? Because those have been like ground up from various flours and semolinas. Those are really bad. Those are super inflammatory in general for you, at least for me and my type of body. And I'm gonna get into the reason why some people may say it's not, because there are two archetypes of people when it comes to this that I've noticed. Now, pasta and bread have been very hard to let go of for me because they're some of my favorite foods. If you know anything about cooking, you'll know that pasta is some of the most versatile food that you can make. You can make a whole bunch of sauces like, oh wow, carbonara, and it looks cool. It looks like it takes a lot of skill to make, but in reality it's pretty easy. But I've had to let go of pasta and I've had to mostly let go of bread except for like a couple of times here and there. And it's been pretty sad in the just thinking about it stage, but honestly, because I'm allowed other carbs, I don't miss them that much because potatoes don't mess me up, rice doesn't mess me up, neither does buckwheat, all these things, all these like Russian peasant foods, they don't mess me up. So it has been hard mentally, but only when you think about it, right? Only when you think about the fact that, oh man, I haven't made a nice sauce in a while. That's a little bit hard to live with. Only when you think like, oh wow, I haven't had a nice like sourdough, a nice toasted slice in a while. That's a little bit hard to deal with mentally, but you go about your day and you actually don't think about it whatsoever. So, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit cringe, right? But it only takes a few days to see the difference, see the visual changes, and at that point you can decide which one you want to prioritize, like I did. I actually ended up not prioritizing getting rid of the acne because I'm on a bulk right now. I'm on a quest to reach humongous status. I'm on a quest to become a bull mastiff. And for that, I need to gain a lot more weight because if I in real life at fucking 6 feet weigh less than a bull mastiff at like 30 inches, however tall they are, that's a little bit of a shame. So I'm getting my weight up, and though that would be possible, uh, at Just Clean Foods, I'm not at a point money wise and also just mental fortitude wise where I can afford to clean bulk on just like meat and eggs basically. So I do have I do have sugars and I do have processed carbs. Not pasta though. I've still cut out pasta because that's just the way it happened. But I have less of these things. Mainly it's the flours. Mainly it's the flour and semolina based product, right? Sugar actually messes up your acne less. It's worse for your health overall. But actually, is that even true? Yeah, probably. Sugar is just fucking ass for you. Uh, but so I still try to keep these gluten containing foods down, but I have them here and there pretty regularly now to support my weight gain. But if I was maximizing health and appearance for the acne, I would definitely get rid of them instantly. this is kind of the same thing as Hamza when he made the carnivore video, and he was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, guys, I have 900 calories of like cookies," and the entire comment section liked him very much for that. But is the truth with me as well. The priorities are just different because my mental well-being of knowing that I'm closer to becoming a bull mastiff and I'm closer to getting stronger, strong as fuck, strongest version of myself is more important to me at this point than the acne because I can keep it under control at a pretty good level. You know, I don't know if it'd make that huge of a difference if I reduced it further, but that's something to experiment with when the bulk is over. Now, just as a kind of side note, seed oils are also kind of ass, and let me tell you like a sneaky way to that certain foods are demonized when they shouldn't be. Fried chicken is known to cause a breakout in many people. I haven't had fried chicken in Lord knows how long, but basically, whenever I would from a place like Popeyes, KFC, whatever, I would just feel like ass. Chick-fil-A is different. I don't know why you don't feel like ass after Chick-fil-A, but KFC, all these traditional fried chicken places, you just feel like complete anus. Now, many people attribute that to, oh no, the chicken in of itself. They attribute that to like the icon, the caricature of the chicken. No, it's dipped in flour and maybe a whole bunch of other starches and like powders, which I don't even know what they are. And then it's fried in seed oils and it absorbs all of that. Very nice. I think every gram of carb can absorb 3 grams of liquid. I don't know if oil counts as that, but yeah, no, definitely not because then the fried chicken would be way heavier. But still, the flour coating still absorbs a whole bunch of oil, and therefore, your entire chicken piece gets to be a nice little skincare balm, which just it messes you up pretty badly. I really wish. Okay, if I lean back, it shows my real face more and not like this fake ass fucking washed out Michael Jackson lighting. So I guess I'll just have to stay leaned back so you can see what I'm talking about. That I still haven't gotten rid of a big portion of my acne, controlling it. But again, sorry about that. Prioritizing the bulk more. So with the seed oils out of the way, let's get into why some people, like I'm sure Mike Israetel and like natural hypertrophy, go against the actually NH. And this is the concept I learned from NH, so he admits this. He admits the nuance in this, but why some people, such as those two, don't respond very well to this like whole carnivore meme and the high fat, high protein, low carb meme, is because they are carbs guys and I am a fat guy, which means that I function a lot better when I have a bunch of good fats in my diet. Now, these are saturated from steaks, from chicken, from eggs, from pork, from fucking fish, anything, and unsaturated from avocados. I'm pretty sure, yeah, more fish, and like olive oils, things of that nature. Basically, whatever isn't a fucking seed oil or trans fat, because trans fats are like full troll number one, like cortisol cocktail for your body. But these fats, I eat them, right? Like you eat an avocado, or this is how you know basically which one you are, or you can be a little bit of both. But here's how I kind of knew that I was a fat guy, is that I had like I would always have these chicken salads with a bunch of oil and olive oil and a bunch of avocado and some vinegar, some tomatoes, whatever else. Obviously, make a good salad as well, but I would have that, and I can just feel the nutrients fucking shuttling inside of me, and I can just feel my mind getting better as I'm eating that meal because all the healthy saturated and unsaturated fats are just getting in me. Same thing when I eat a steak, I just feel it. I feel the power of the steak going inside of me. That sounds very, very nice. But essentially, interesting comments. Let's fucking comments out of the way. If you can feel the nutrients shuttling to your brain or your body when you eat a bunch of fats, you may be like me, a fat guy, and it may like fats basically don't cause a problem for me or for my skin. Now, if you're a carbs guy, I'm assuming that you will feel that same thing happen, but upon eating carbs, like you eat a fucking banana or a bunch of like, I don't know, big ass thing of rice, and you just feel yourself fucking engorge, you get the most voluminous pump. Wow, my forearms look tiny. I was about to do like the Devon Lair pose where he goes like this, and then I realized I have nothing to pose. Highly unlucky. But essentially, you'll feel that same thing when you have a bunch of carbs. I kind of feel that as well, but it feels dirtier. Like, I'll have the carbs, right? And then I'll feel the nutrients getting shuttled, right, to my muscles, to my whatever. Uh, but it still feels a little bit like, okay, I'm getting more sluggish, I'm getting more slow, unfortunate, insulin spike. So, decide which one you are by which food makes you feel the best. And just know that when some people, hold on, neck cracking coming. Oh my goodness gracious, hold on. Okay, that wasn't that bad on that other side, but that the first side was was the left. But basically, figure out which one you are and just notice the effects that they have on your body. And so take it with a grain of salt when because I'm coming at this from the perspective of someone who handles fats very well. Someone who handles carbs very well may be like, oh no, all that oil, it's gonna make you greasy as fuck. It's gonna increase the oil production or whatever else, and it's gonna make you break out. Maybe that may very well be the case for you. And this is an absence of any skincare, right? Because obviously you have a nice skincare product routine. Don't go fucking crazy with it, but having a nice one does make a difference. Like First Man, I agree with First Man's opinion on this. Is like he takes a very practical approach, but it's like he sees the value in it. He definitely sees the value in skincare, whereas someone like Hamza is like, oh no, that's fucking gay. And just just eat good food. Which yes, that's the 80-20 rule, is just eating good food. But if you want to take it up to that next level, go skincare, man. So this is an absence of talking about any skincare. Just see how your acne responds to one diet versus the other. But if you like me, if you can relate to me, and you're a guy who handles fats very well, then consider that, right? Consider, not consider, if you're someone like me and your main goal is to get rid of this fucking acne because it's been plaguing you like it has me, get rid of the sugar and the processed carbs, just flat out. If only for a few days or a week, because you'll see, or like limit yourself to very little sugar, but you'll see how the breakouts basically go down, your inflammation goes down drastically, you just feel better mentally, and you'll be like, okay, I know what it is now. It's not a secret anymore. I got it under control. And once you have that, you can, like me, prioritize the bulk, which for me involves dirtier foods because I have just been fucking unable to. Maybe I'm just, call me a bitch. I've just been unable to put on weight otherwise. So that's a priority right now, which is why I'm letting myself go. In the fucking acne department, it's like I'm not purposefully just chugging canola oil or white bread maxing 11 servings of white bread. However, I'm being more lenient for that reason. But if you're someone who you're fine at the weight you are, or even you want to lose weight, especially if you want to lose weight, holy shit, just fucking cut these foods out. Your acne will go down, inflammation will go down. It's all gonna be lovely from here. Like I said, that chicken salad meal is one of the things that you can test to see if you're a fats guy like me. Just make something with a bunch of avocado, olive oil, fucking make a vinaigrette, put in some lean cut of meat, put in a bunch of spinach or lettuce of your choice, and maybe a couple of tomatoes, a couple of carrots. Just eat that, see how you feel, and see if you can feel like the oils and the lipids fucking shuttling to your brain and nervous system and just making you feel better. Another meal that makes me feel really good is any form of ground meat or just steak and potatoes. This is like when they say the meat and potatoes of whatever, they say the base, right? Because this dish is literally the fucking base of your nutrition. Steak and potatoes are very lovely. And again, since it's not, potatoes aren't a processed carb, yeah, sure, it's like fucking pesticides, GMO, scary. But they're not like processed white bread or fucking white pasta, right? So whenever I have that, I also feel really good. And potatoes can absorb fat and dairy a lot. So that's another meal that has a shitload of fat and I can just feel it fueling me, shuttling the nutrients. Go test that out. If you can find one of these meals that makes you feel like a fats guy, like relatable to me, or even if you find another meal like a rice bowl or some shit, you just discover that you are in fact a carb enjoyer and that the converse is true for you. If you learned either, please come back to this video, drop a fat like, hit the like button, punch it very hard, and then scroll down to the description. I have a paid product there in which I cover more of this nutrition advice, but also culinary advice, as well as a bunch of other tidbits bonuses. It's $47. It is paid. Check it out. Thank you very much. You may not have a lot of time in this world, but we have enough.